Good morning and welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons Online. Today we are going to have a look at more of the Korthos Island starter quests. We're going to see where it takes us, hopefully solve some mysteries, kill some bad guys, and bring peace to this little town. Right, as you may remember, after the tutorial quest, we ended up just outside here. The first quest in the chain is just up to the left. We have to talk to Kaya. She wants us to go inside her, family crypt and clear it out. We're gonna go straight in on Elite. In Korthos, a lot of the stuff very manageable on Elite. We really don't need to go on anything less, and of course we want to make the most out of the XP.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. And by the passage leading in, a grim-faced man glares at you.
See, now, there's one thing I've always liked about this game, and it's definitely the narration in the game.
Sarcophagi line the walls, but they're broken open and empty. Where did the bodies go? What with a treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage here.
As I mentioned before, you will find treasure chests all over the game.
Though rusty, this longsword is still sharp. It's a slashing weapon, perfect for slicing through putrid zombie flesh. There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
Come, dead son of Korthos, rise and do my...
The altar glows with dark power, and the Sahuagin continues.
Kill everyone in Korthos. Kill any who would help them.
So essentially what we have here, we have a race of monstrous humanoids working with a cult, trying to create an undead army to take down the village. I mean, already for a sort of tutorial starter sort of mission, it's kind of intense. It's amazing. One thing that might be worth noting about DDO is a lot of the quests and missions at the start are quite dark.
The Sahuagin were using this. A magical crest appears from the destroyed altar. If you take it with you, it may be useful later.
Quick way to pick things up.
To hear cultists about their evil work from further inside the crypt.
A quick way to pick things up is to target with Q and then press E to interact. It works with most interactable objects, like chests, doors, levers.
As you slay these foul cultists,
QE.
Take care to keep your own health. Another treasure chest. Perhaps the cultists... This heavy mace is a bludgeoning weapon, ideal for smashing apart skeletons. Their bones are resistant to puncture. There's another Sahuagin. It croaks.
Cragwolf Hayton, in life you serve.
Another crest drops out as you smash the altar. There might still be other altars elsewhere in this crypt.
Okay, so what we're doing is we are collecting loads of crests, 3 crests to be exact, to open a little force door over here, where that little boss is sitting there doing a ritual. Oh, a little bit low on health. We have one of these rest shrines over here. No sort of health potions. I mean, this is the reason why having some sort of group healer is really quite essential most of the game.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer altar. By it, a sample. When the altar collapses, a third crest appears. It glows with cold magic.
Just gonna run past these guys just to speed this along a little bit.
A magical barrier blocks the way, and behind it, you fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagins, the last devourer.
There we go, and
altar
that is that one done.
shatters.
And we can afford to die. Okay, so this is actually good. Once you see the death screen, you can use this button here to release, which will take you to the location where your spirit is bound. Spirits can be binded in places such as taverns or special locations throughout the game. However, we have a nice little thing here, the rest shrine. Sorry, resurrection shrine. Yeah, if you're in range, definitely try and find one. And then we can finish out. So that was the first actual quest in the game that isn't the tutorial one. It's really short, but it is quite a lot of fun. Especially if you're just starting out. I mean, it's a good way to introduce you into a game that's completely different from all of its kind. Right, now here we have two different amulets. One that was based for sort of specialists and spellcasters, and the other one that is based for the dumb, stupid melee sort of don't really think about it and just swing your big axe, which is what we have done.
Some of the braver villagers tried to stem the Sahuagin tide, but their courage led to naught but grievous injuries. Korthos needs someone with more than just guts.
Okay, for the next one we're going to grab a hireling. As I might have spoke about, hirelings are little contracts you can bring out. It takes a little NPC into your party. They can, depending on their class, they can help you out. So if you get a cleric hireling, they'll heal you. And they are generally the most used hirelings you can get in the game. Right, where am I going? Ah, yeah, we are going to sell and repair. So for that, we talk to the bartender or any sort of vendor at all. First off, repair. No, we can't afford to repair because we're poor. Never a good start. Right. Okay, so as you can see, I'm now back with a completely different character. This time I am playing with an artificer. The artificer race is really quite interesting. They can make use of repeating crossbows and tools called rune arms. What these do is they sit in your offhand and they can fire little energy shots in between shots. They also imbue your weapon with whatever type that they are. Say this is a force type, so my bolts for my crossbow will actually do force damage as well. They have great solo capabilities as they are able to heal themselves, and especially well as I'm warforged. Incoming healing from clerics is clerics and favored souls are terrible as a warforged, but you know, hopefully we won't need it.
Dust and mold fill this.
Okay, so this is the second
storehouse.
quest
You
in
can
the
hear
chain
the
called
telltale skittering of vermin
the
nearby.
Storehouse Secret. Basically, we're looking around for evidence of cultist activity. We're going to use elemental weapons. We're going to imbue our weapon with an element. This time I'm going to go with fire. Add some extra armor. conjure some bolts, and let's go. Yeah, that's much better. And as an artificer, I get a little pet Iron Defender that will stay with me and level up with me. They become very helpful throughout the game.
This appears to be the main storeroom. It seems the villagers have been preparing for a protracted siege.
Right, what I'm doing here is I'm looking for a key in one of these barrels.
A large silver key falls out of the crate. A Sahagan emerges from a hidden passage, demanding the key. You mustn't let the scrolls fall and devour hands.
And that, believe it or not, was a mini-boss. But as we're only in the starter area, they are really quite weak. But still, as a rule, they're not really much to worry about. Something that DDO is quite famous for is its puzzles. We'll see the first of which just now. It's quite a simple little tile puzzle.
It appears that the floor in this room can be moved and rotated.
The objective is to get the light to go through all of these little circle tiles here. So we want the light to go in all of these.
Protective spell dissipates.
And then we can take the scroll.
All that remains now is to take and deliver the scroll.
And that was Storehouse Secret. Let's just go collect our reward. Right, I would go for the rugged belt. A little bit of HP will go a long way. The next quest in the chain is over here. It's called the Canith Crystal. This quest is one of those sort of like defend and protect a certain item, fail if the item is destroyed. In this case it's a crystal. It's quite easy, there aren't many things to
Ahead is the
defeat.
cellar where the Canith Crystal is hidden.
For this, as we will be stood in one place,
You can feel the life-saving heat emanating
turn our
from
rune
the
arm
magic
on.
crystal Boldar spoke of. But from the shadows approach those who would doom Korthos by destroying it.
as I mentioned, really quite a simple quest. As you can see, the damage output from the Artificer is also really quite interesting. There are many ways to play an Artificer, including you could go with an axe in one hand or a large sword, but most you could go even pure caster, but most prefer to go with the repeating crossbow. I've always found it to be the most efficient way. course, if there's any particular quest in the game that you'd like to see covered, or a walkthrough made, maybe, if you just leave a note in the comments box, I will make sure to give you a walkthrough of the quest. As I may have mentioned before, I have been playing this game for a while, so it wouldn't be too much trouble at all to create a nice little gameplay video of any of the nice, pretty looking quests. There we go. That was it.
Protecting the Calyx crystal and saving Korthos.
And after this, we come to the last one of the island quests. So after that, I think I'll skip the outside ones, as they're pretty similar to this one. I might do a quest in the next episode called Misery's Peak. Misery's Peak, it has a dragon, it's got a mind flayer, some really interesting things in that. But yeah, so for now, actually looking at it, nah, it's going to require the island ones first to do this. I might cover those on a later video. If not, we'll jump straight into the harbour and get some real kobold action. Looking forward to doing that, actually. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll see you there. Thank you and good night.